It's Leader Gulf Coast Balla, the Panhandle Pro from Pensacola, Florida, and I'm here with another episode of Baller Ball World. And today is real special for me because I want to get into the making of my current single, Paul Sebastian, which features the wonderful, the beautiful, the most talented from Duval, and I got her with me, the one and only Ebony Payne-English. We're gonna bring in.
Hi.
Hey Ebs, what's going on? How you doing?
All things blessed. How are you?
I'm good, man. So you're famous, and I don't know many people with a mural of them. You have two murals of yourself in the wonderful city of Jacksonville, Duval County. So
Duval.
yeah, so man,
you see it.
that's what I had to. Hey, when talking to the Romans, so
I see. You look good.
I wanted to come prepared.
You
So
look good.
it's an honor. It's an honor to be talking to you. It's an honor to work with you again because we've worked together before. We've been a part of the wonderful Ghetto Fabulous Live, the number one radio show in Tallahassee, Florida, hosted by my dog 1-3 of the player, the 69 boys that featured us.
Yeah. He's a hometown
Ebony.
hero.
Yeah, GCB, nonfiction, and then we gotta do the R.I.P. Long Live She, and the R.I.P. to my dog Grimlow. And we started back then. So, Paul Sebastian, what they say, what you hearing about it, man? The feedback has been wonderful.
Nothing but good things. Ever since the video dropped, people been like sliding in my text messages and in my DMs to tell me how wonderful the music video is and how great the collab was. And I'm excited. It's my first video release of the year, so coming off of a successful film festival tour, I like people were looking for new visuals from me, and I'm like, oh, listen, I'm moving on to the next film. Y'all not gonna see no visuals for at least 2 years. Relax. You know what I'm saying?
And then
but
boom,
here you go, dropping a fire visual and allowing me to be a part of it. So we gave the people what they wanted, and they're happy. They're very pleased. So I'm happy with it.
And that's dope. So that's my first visual of 2022 as well. So we bust our 2022 visual cherry together. But we're not gonna breeze past your film. Before we get into how we made Paul Sebastian, just let the people know, because I couldn't even put it all in the caption on the gram or social media, nothing. Please just let the people know about your film and the awards, and just right quick. I know that's his own show, but just let the people know what you got going on and what's out there and where to find it
at. Well, the film itself, it's a hip opera, an original production by myself and Jody G. Fax Seabrooks, and I wrote it, and Jody came on to co-executive produce with me. And it's a retelling or a reimagining about the story of Medusa, but it's all through hip hop music. And so it's Kuangoza, and the soundtrack is available on all streaming platforms right now. The film this spring, now that the festival circuit is over, we won the Detroit Black Film Festival and the Hip Hop Film Festival in New York, and we did honorable mention at the International Symbolic Film Festival in Russia. And we're just blessed and honored, we won best artistic film at the Bijou Film Festival as well. And so we just been doing our thing on the festival circuit, but now it's time to give it to the people. Because we are signed on to go ahead and turn it into a full-length feature. So Kuangoza is the short film, and it's like the prelude to the full-length feature film called Queen Cobra. which is like it gets more into the depths to the backstory of Medusa and how she ended up the way I imagined her to be as a Nazi dreadlock Rasta woman. Um, and so like it's an adventure. It's exciting, and I can't wait to drop that.
And okay, and what about didn't you just do a movie as well?
Oh yeah, I actually in March I start filming the next installment of that film series because it's a trilogy. So we did film the original film Luke and Lee came out like 2 years ago, and then I just finished filming Soul Hood, and that's the installment 2 of the film series, and that comes out this summer. I'm super excited, right around my birthday time. So I'm really excited. And then the following year, we'll be releasing the third and final installment. So I play the role of Tanya in the Soul Hood Saga series, who's an assassin. And she's like the antagonist to the main character. So it's really exciting. I'm a villain, but the best kind. You did.
Okay.
So
man,
and
you
so
you
those
so
two
busy.
projects are coming soon. I'm really blessed to be a part of them.
So as you all just heard, movies, feature films, poet, writer, everything she got going on. If you want to get in contact with her to do something, you can reach out. Contact information will be in the description details. But in the words of Fat Joe, yesterday's price is not today's price. So now that we got that out the way, Paul Sebastian. And it's crazy, and I just like the story to this. So one day might have been a Tuesday evening. I was finna get out the house. I took a shower and I went into my room, and I got a million colognes. And I looked, and Paul Sebastian, my favorite cologne, so it's sitting dead center. But I rarely wear it because I like to keep it. So that day, I was like, I haven't worn this in a while. Let me wear it. So I sprayed it on. Smells good as usual. And as soon as I sprayed it on and I started walking around, I literally just started singing the hook to myself. And for other artists and creators out there, everybody creates differently. But when I come up with music, that's pretty much usually how that goes. Even if I'm listening to a beat, I come up with the cadence first. But it's like, so boom. So I just started singing that to myself, just straight out, and went on about my day. So the next day I woke up and I was like, hey, that hook I had said yesterday was kind of fire. I might need to do something with that. And I revisited, and I was like, okay, if I could find a beat, I'll do it. So I put on my beats. Shout out to Freaky Neat. Got that beat pack from him because I'm working with him on some stuff. And I found a beat and it went to it. And I was like, okay, we got something. And I fine-tuned the hook. I came right home and I recorded it. And then I was gonna be like, all right, I'll vibe to that and just come back to it. But then I had to make myself, I was like, hold up, I'm already in the zone. Let me just keep going. So I did the first verse. So after I did the first verse and I'm playing it back, it got this instrumental in the front. And I'm like, what goes there? And I was like, that'd be dope. Maybe I can get some poetry or something at the beginning. And if you need poetry, there's really nobody else you can call for this. My favorite female poet, Maya Angelou, she's no longer with us. I probably couldn't reach her anyway. But there's nobody else you need to call but Ebony Payne-English. So I pick up my phone, boom, hit it. I say, yo, got this song with a poem to you down? Of course I'm down. Okay, boom. email you the song, and I'm still in here, boom, 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 and all I know, man, the next thing I know, the vocals are back. Like Khaled say, the vocals are in, and I was like, wow, like I have never received. I got people that's supposed to do collabs with me from 2 years ago that I can't get the hook or the verse for, but your vocals came back so quick. And then I remember saying, when I told you, I was like, hey, and during the hook, I'm saying, is you single? And it's like a girl voice, I want you to do that too. And you was like, yeah, no problem. Like, so when I sent you the song over, tell me what was your initial reaction when you first heard it?
When I first heard the song, I laughed because, like, one of the things I remember about you from when I was in college is that you always smell really good. I remember telling you often, Jimmy, why you smell so good? What is that? I used to ask you all the time, what are you wearing, right? But you know, cologne don't smell the same on everybody. So like, I would be trying to like spray the cologne that you wear on niggas.
Oh, see?
It's like, oh, I thought I really liked the smell.
It was me.
It's the way, I guess it's, you know, whatever. But that's one of my things. I have a smell, like a thing for smell. And so it made me laugh. I was like, I remember in college, like smelling on GTV. Like, what is that you're wearing?
And that's funny because, like I say, when I was young, my mom, she always, you a big boy. You always got to look good and smell good. So she stressed that. That's how I became a cologne addict. But going to the radio, so yeah, I be smelling good. But when you was noticing it, then I had to make sure. I can't miss no days now. I can't come, but like Dial soap will not do. She's anticipating this. You know?
I was looking for it like, but so it made me laugh, and then I just sat down with the track was dope, like super soulful. That blues guitar on there, it was perfect. And I love the blues, and I have an affinity for it, so it just put me in a mood of like the speakeasy joints, and like just like feeling sultry and sexy. And it was very easy for me to sit down and write something to that, because first of all, I have a fond memory, you know what I'm saying? And then secondly, I have like a musical vibe that connects with me, and like something that inspires me often. Like I go to blues clubs all the time when I have some time, and just like take in the music, because like it helps me create better. And so like it was perfect. It was perfect. I sat down, I wrote it, I made my studio appointment, and the rest is history.
And it's some good history. And also knowing, because you know me, I hold a black fist up, and I think you hold two fists up. So I remember letting you know, I was like, yeah. And before I sent it to you, I went and researched the company and made sure they hadn't lynched none of our brothers in, you know, the past 75 years. I mean, you know, if you go back far enough for anybody, you're gonna find, you know, some stuff you don't like. But they hadn't did nothing crazy, you know, in recent times. So, you know, it was all good, because we definitely didn't want to be out, you know, pub and nothing. And then next thing you know, you find out something crazy, and you like, oh. Yeah. So,
because normally we prefer black-owned brands anyway. So, like, if we're not going to go with a black-owned brand, at least we can go with somebody that's not exploiting black pain or trauma. So, I rock with it.
Yeah, and actually, and Thrill told me, he was like, man, he found it very dope that I just made a song about my favorite cologne, you know, as opposed to one of the, you know, more popular colognes and et cetera, like just my actual favorite, in which, like I said, I thought I was gonna catch the jokes of like, man, you gonna come in here smelling like somebody's uncle or something, because you know it's throwback. But I actually have gotten more people that have never heard of it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it. You sent me the song, I had to Google it. I was like, okay. So I had never asked you what you was wearing, and he was like, oh, Paul Sebastian. So I was like, what is this? And so I Googled it, and then I I was like, oh, I've seen this bottle. I've absolutely seen that bottle, like at the cologne stands or something in the mall, but I had never smelled it. But the song was just like super dope and easy to vibe to, so I just took it from there.
Yeah, so your poetry just was immaculate as usual. The song got finished. I mixed the song, recorded the song here. Everything self-efficient now. And I got Irvin for Columbia Sounds mastering and mastered. Shout out to him. He masters everybody's stuff. And then I also remember telling you, hey, shooting a video for this. It's coming. So
you did.
Be
you
ready.
Told me.
So when we got the video, shout out to Timothy Lens. We shot the video in the A. Shout out to Vok Images by Nevaeh at his set. Let's talk about the video. So I had the treatment for the video. I kind of knew where I wanted to go, and I knew I wanted to do like this fortune teller type thing.
Yeah.
And you really showed up, looking the role, man. Tell us about that ensemble you had on.
It wasn't. You told me you wanted to do the fortune teller thing, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, but what I know, my witchy ass, I know, I could just come with, clothing that I would wear because I'm super magical. And so that's what I did. So there's a designer that I actually met in Tallahassee. Her name's Sia Ann Walker, and she's done stuff for like Sonny Patterson, who's a poet, who's one of my dear friends, but she's also my favorite poet, Sonny Patterson. And so she had done her styling, and then she had done stuff for Erykah Badu at Essence Festival, and I met her right there in Tallahassee at Dr. Denard's spot. It was Amin Ra at the time, but she was like a FAMU with. I'm like, word, say word. And her honeycomb hideout was like right there, just off campus, like off of Adams. So I was like, okay, vet it up. You got to start making clothes for me. So the name of her clothing company is the Rare Honey Aesthetic, or Rare Honey Artwear. And she designed that ensemble that I was wearing for the fortune teller scene. And it was like floor-length lace, just floor-length Egyptian lace. And she's just like, she's raw with it. She's like, I love her eye, and I love the way her clothes feel and look on me. So, yeah.
People really took to that, and they loved the story. They were able to follow it. Man, it really came out great. Something I noticed, like during the hook, man, you had some Oscar award-winning facial expressions going on. It really, because I watched the video 100 times, and it's just different when you release it to the world, and then you kind of look at it through a different lens. But I had been noticing when I watch it, it's like you really was selling it. You really. So I'm watching it, and it really looked like you was in my head, like, cause I'm in a trance. I'm supposed to be in a trance, and it really looked like you had me. Like, what was the focus behind it?
I mean, I really had you. What you talking about? I'm now. You don't have to believe me.
I was such in a trance, I didn't even know it. And she snapped her fingers, and I came out, and I don't even know what happened. The video was just done. Hey, good job. But yeah, definitely was mesmerized. You look absolutely wonderful in the dress, man. We had a blast.
Yeah.
Shooting the video.
It was a lot of fun. It was a reunion too. Like,
yeah,
so many of us. Yeah.
It was. Everybody came out and showed love. And I was actually looking at the video and looking at your posture when you was laying down and how good it was. But then I remembered while we were shooting it how it's actually like, oh man, she's really like, this is some gymnast stuff, because she's holding this pose, and it might be uncomfortable, and she's just and she's doing it. And that was a long day. That was like, it was night, and we still had another scene to shoot. So it was coming down.
Very long day, GCB.
it was coming down to the wire, but you absolutely nailed it. The video, like I said, you brought everything to the video that needed to be brought through your poetry, through the on screen. It's just, I'm just so very thankful.
Nah, I was happy to be a part of it. We've been riding for a long time, GCB. I think it's been like I want to say like 16 or 17 years.
Yeah.
Like we've been riding for a minute, because I celebrate my 19th anniversary with Black on Black Rhyme on March 5th. And
okay,
this was, I met you shortly after I got into Black on Black Rhyme. And so March 5th is my 19th anniversary with them. So we had to be rocking like 16, 17 years at me. So it's like the fact that we're still even doing what we were doing when we met. So many people don't get to enjoy their dreams. Or so many people say, I used to, by the time they're our age. And so I consider it an honor and a privilege to keep the company of people who are still doing on their dream chase. Like, that's very inspiring. Like, because you can't fail if you never quit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I have been blessed. Yes, I have the murals in my hometown. And so I've been through hell, right? Out here chasing dreams, you dig? Like, even you mentioned Rashid. I headlined at the Florida Theater on Saturday night, which is like a very historic theater in the state of Florida. Even it's a monument, and just so many artists that I respect and admire have headlined there, and I got the honor of headlining there for the first time since my teens headlined there. They had got the chance to headline there last summer, my students, because I'm a director of a nonprofit for the arts. But previous to that, like, I did a play there. One of my plays was there, and we sold it out. It's a 2,000 seat theater. We sold it out. But while I was on stage, Rashid passed away. Rashid Constantine. And then his dad waited to tell me until after my show was over. He was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it happened like when I was going in to sound check, and then nobody told me. You know what I'm saying? They waited until after the show, and then they hit me up. And I remember like that feeling, like, because Florida Theater was a bucket stage venue for me. And that was the first time I got a chance to feature there. And like, it was a sold out crowd. And so I was just excited. And I had talked to Rashid right before, like 2 days before, after my tech rehearsal. And I was like, listen, this is amazing. I wish you could be here. But he had just had a stroke and he wasn't able to make it. And so like that happened. And so like me doing that on Saturday, I was just like, man, so many of my friends, so many of my loved ones, like Rashid being my best friend, my ace, like never got a chance to really continue to live their dreams because life got in the way, you know? And so whenever I get a chance to bond or interact with people who are on the same kick I'm on, to where, like, you know what I'm saying, me achieving is inevitable. It's about how the journey, like how I want to shape my journey along the way, you know, and who's coming with me type of energy. Like those are the questions, not if I'm going to get there. I'm going, you know what I'm saying? My ticket is a one way. So it's like, I was just excited to be around you and to be around Mackie and to like just be in a creative space. Yeah, with everybody that I love and respect from back in college. And I'm excited about just being on your project and all that you're doing. And I'm grateful you thought of me.
Yeah, and it's funny. Another thing, like when we were shooting the video, that brought joy to me, because again, I was directing it and, you know, quarterbacking everything, but I was able to have people there like you and E. Mackey who are just as busy as me and do what I do, if not more things, but in a fun capacity. meaning like y'all wasn't, you know what I'm saying, working that day. Like when we shot behind, it was fun, you know.
Yeah.
And y'all got a chance to kick it and chill as opposed to being doing what I was doing, you know, and even it was still a relaxed environment. So I had joy. It brought joy to me to be able to provide y'all with an experience where you wasn't running around crazy. So that was dope to me at the same time. So
yeah, it was you were a wonderful host. I mean, everything. I had a wonderful time that weekend. I was a little cranky by the time we shot the last scene for Paul Sebastian because I was tired and hungry.
Yeah.
I'm not the same when I'm tired and hungry. I'm just not. I'm not the same. But other than that, it was a lovely weekend.
Yeah, man. Lovely. I thoroughly enjoyed myself shooting the videos. Thoroughly enjoyed you as always. And I just wanted to wrap with you right quick after we just came off the weekend of the release. It's Valentine's Day. It was Valentine's weekend. All the great feet. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. You see the roses and the flowers and stuff in the background. I got your poster back there. That's what
Yeah, we got the same poster. Would you look
yeah,
at that?
Twinsies.
I know. You see, that's my Ball of Fame right there.
Okay. Oh yeah. So yeah, I thought it'd be good to just reflect on it and talk about the creation of the song and and give the people that. And so I just wanted to rap with you for a few minutes because I know you busy. We both squeezed this in during lunchtime.
Yeah.
And on the one end, I think it'll be honorable. I'm gonna dedicate this to my dog She, man. His birthday just passed.
Yeah.
He up there on my wall right there, right in front of me.
Listen, he already energy all over.
So yeah, I dedicate this to him, and I'll put something at the end of the video. But I most definitely want to just thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk to me and give the people a little more insight of this. Let them know all your social media stuff and your website dope too, man. Let them know all that stuff where they can find you. I'm gonna put the links in the description.
Okay, bet that up. Ebony Payne-English. That's why I hate to say it like that, but like if you Google my name, all of that stuff comes up. On Instagram, it's Ebony Payne-English, no hyphen. It's EBONYPAYNEENGLISH. Ebony Payne-English. That's YouTube as well as my website, ebonypayneenglish.com. So find me.
And all your events and tour dates and stuff is on your website, correct?
Yeah, yep. That's where you can find all things EPE. That's right.
So if you want to know where she at perform, you go on the website and see. Everything will be there. I'm definitely gonna have to try to. I'm gonna stalk Ebony. I gotta find something I can come to where our schedules line up so I can go be in the crowd and cheer for her like she does for everyone else. So man, I just want to thank you for stopping by Balla Ball World today.
No problem. Blessed to be here.
And we gonna catch up with you soon. And it was all love. Love you, Ebony.
Love you.
I'm rocking my own fast.
How you feeling?
Fantastic. Glare in my glass. Smelling like Paul Sebastian. Who's asking? Cause I be dining and dashing. Unless you're trying to get cash. Rocking my own fast.
How you feeling?
Fantastic. Glare in my glass. Smelling like Paul Sebastian. Who's asking? Cause I be dining and dashing. Unless you're trying to get cash.
White and blue.